Hi, sixth graders. Next, I'm going to go over with you how to complete this worksheet. So first of all, you need to put your first and last name and your class period that you're in. This is a grade. You will be turning it in. All right, so we're going to be counting compounds and elements. This is similar to what we did with our foldable. Make sure you've already done your foldable first, because this is where I teach you the information. Now I'm going to see how well you learned the information by doing a worksheet. If you do not finish this worksheet in class, it is for homework. All right, let's look on the side. It says, use your knowledge about the 6 memorized compounds and your notes to help you. So the 6 memorized compounds are in your journal. They are right here, okay? So if I were you, I would open up your journal immediately. I would pause this video and then go immediately to your journal and look, and leave your journal open to this right here. All right, so I've given you the 6 compounds that I expect you to have memorized. That's the common name for them. The chemical name, I have not given it to you, but I've given you the chemical name for these other compounds that I do not expect you to have memorized. I do not have the chemical name or formula memorized for toothpaste and Tylenol and baking soda, bleach, caffeine, and propane. But this is going to give us the practice that we need in counting the number of elements that are in a compound. All right, so we're going to do propane first. It's already been completed for you, and I need to explain to you how to do it. So propane is a gas. You would have it if you've got a gas stove at home, or maybe your dad has a propane tank that he uses on his gas grill, or maybe you have a propane heater at your house, but it's a gas. So its common name is called propane. Its chemical name is also propane. You can see there's a difference here in the common name. For caffeine, its scientific chemical name is trimethylhexathene. Okay, this one we just kind of got lucky that its common name is the same as its chemical name. The chemical formula for propane is C3H8. So we are going to count the number of capital letters we have. We have 2 capital letters. They are carbon and hydrogen. Okay, next we'll go ahead and do caffeine together. So the common name is caffeine, the chemical name, blah, blah, blah. Let's count our capital letters. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're counting the capital letters. We're ignoring the little letters simply because they don't matter until 8th grade. Now we're going to write down what those different elements are. We kind of have to write small. So C is carbon, H is hydrogen, N is nitrogen, and O is oxygen. And yes, you need to spell them correctly. You can flip to the periodic table that is in your journal to see what these elements are and how to spell them. You can turn to this periodic table in your journal that you highlighted, or you can look at this one in the journal. It's the exact same thing, the long version and the short version. Either one of those will give you the information that you need. All right. Now we're going to do one more together because this one is a tricky one. So bleach is sodium hypochlorite. We're going to underline the capital letters. Now this gets tricky. Is that a capital L or a lowercase l? That is a lowercase l, okay? This is a capital L. That's a lowercase l. This is a capital I. That is a lowercase I. Make sure you're paying attention to that whenever you do this worksheet, because it definitely causes kids to miss things. So this is a capital C and a lowercase l, and then a capital O. So we have counted 3 elements. Na is sodium. Cl is chlorine. So what I most commonly see missed on this one is that kids think that's a capital C and that's a capital I. If that's the case, this would be carbon and that would be iodine. That would be incorrect. Oh, sorry. Okay, turn it off. The lowercase l means that it goes with the C, and that makes it chlorine, and then oxygen. All right, so we've done 3 together. You're going to do the rest on your own. You're going to have to fill in the chemical name, the chemical formula, and everything else. So for example, exhaled breath is carbon dioxide. Know that already. And you formula for carbon dioxide is in your journal, CO2. And then you should be able to do the rest on your own. When you finish this, turn it in for a grade, please. If you do not finish it, it is for homework. Next, I'm going to show you how to do your extra credits. All right. So your extra credit, you're going to need a periodic table out in front of you the entire time. The purpose of this extra credit is to get you familiar with looking at your periodic table. All right, so we're going to look at the directions. There are 4 parts that are displayed for every element on the periodic table. Use this labeled picture and the periodic table as your guide to complete the worksheet. So, the atomic number is always, always, always written at the top. It tells you, what it tells you you'll learn about in 8th grade, but it's always there. It goes in numerical order. So number 1 through 118, you'll look there. Next, sometimes you'll see these mixed up. Sometimes the symbol will be in the 2nd position. Sometimes the name will be in the 2nd position. Sometimes the name and the atomic mass will be switched. Such as in the one that is in your journal, the periodic table here, we've got the symbol in the 2nd position, then the name, then the atomic mass. That doesn't matter. The one thing that is the same on all periodic tables is the atomic number is always at the top. Sometimes it's on the center, sometimes it's on the right, sometimes it's on the left. All right, directions. You are given one of the 4 parts of the element square. Find the element using the given information and fill in the 3 missing parts of the square. All right, so it gave us that one piece of information of a C. Okay, so we know that we are working with carbon. So there's our C. So we're going to fill in that it has an atomic number of 6. Its name is carbon, and it has an atomic mass of 12.011. This one, it gives us that our atomic number is 24. Okay, so 24 is chromium. Atomic mass is 51 point. Man, my eyes are bad. I can't see this very well. Okay, so that's how you're going to use that one piece of information, whether it be the full name or the atomic mass, but you're going to fill in all of this information. It's easy. It just takes a while to find the elements that you're looking for. And it is front and back, even though I forgot to make a copy on this one. But make sure you've done front and back, and then turn it in. Thank you.